In this video, I'm going to show you how to make one of my favorite dishes. It's a zucchini shrimp scampi. It comes together really quickly. It's really light. There's no heavy sauces here, just enough of a sauce to give it some flavor. If you will look in the description box down below, I'll have a link to the recipe on my blog. I'll also have it pop up somewhere during the video. I hope y'all enjoy. Okay, so first off, what you need is a spiralizer. If you don't have one of these, you can use like one of those julienne tools and just rake the zucchini like this. But what I have here is 4 zucchini, and I've chopped the ends off. And the way you use the spiralizer is you pull this part back, put the center of the zucchini or whatever vegetable you're using on this little center piece here, boink, like that, and then bring the back of it up, and you see all these little sharp teeth just kind of like grab into the back of it. I got my plate over here, and now I'm just going to turn the handle. This one does have a suction cup that's supposed to like stick it to the table, but I've had this one for a number of years and the suction cup doesn't really suction anymore. So I'm just having to hold it with my hand. I really do need to get a new one. See, this one's got like a little crack right here, and it has served me well, I'll tell you that. As you can see over here, this is what it looks like. It just makes all of these lovely little spiral zucchini noodles. And then there's the center of the zucchini right there. You just take that out. Okay, so I'm going to do the rest of these and get my plate full here. And then, after I have these, I'm not even going to show y'all this. Y'all know how to boil water. What you do with all these zucchini noodles here is you boil a pot of water, or at least this is the way I do it. Just boil a pot of water, take it off the heat, dunk these into the water and let it sit for, I don't know, 2 to 3 minutes, and then take them out and strain them. I don't like mine to be mushy, and doing it that way, it still cooks them a little bit, makes them softer, but still gives them a little bit of a firm touch. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I'll come back and show you how to cook the shrimp. Alrighty, so in this pan right here, this is on medium-high heat, I've melted 2 tablespoons of butter. It can be salted or unsalted. I make my own butter, and I do make it salted. So to that, you're going to add in 1 pound of shrimp. This shrimp has already been cooked. It's the pre-cooked kind. So basically, all that we're doing here is just heating the shrimp up. And I tossed that shrimp with lemon juice. It was the juice that came out of 1 lemon. So you're just going to bring that to like a light simmer and heat your shrimp up. The thing that I like about using the pre-cooked shrimp, you don't have to worry about overcooking them, you know. Because usually, you know, if you use the raw shrimp, it starts out as this ugly little gray little mass. And then you just have to cook it till it turns light pink. But in this case, we're just heating this up. So I'm going to continue heating this until it comes to a simmer, and then I'll show you what all to add into it. Alright, now that this has been simmering for about 5 minutes now, we're going to add in some seasoning. And in this little bowl here, I have 3 cloves of garlic that's been minced up. I also have a ½ teaspoon of red pepper flakes. So just dump that in there. Scrape it out, scrape it out. Stir that together. You can add in a bit of salt and pepper too. I like to grind my own. I like this peppercorn medley from Sam's Choice. You can get this at Walmart, or Sam's Club has it. It's a blend of black, white, green, and pink peppercorns. And then of course I always use Himalayan salt. Now when I do seafood, I like to use the pink salt. But when I do like beef, I like to use the gray salt. I don't know, it just gives it a different flavor. So, you know, you can go ahead and put some of that in there while this is over here doing its thing. Like with shrimp, you don't want to cook it too long, you know. So, like I say, this whole thing takes, I don't know, about 10 minutes. Let's get that out of the way. Okay, now we have some chicken stock. I say not broth because I like mine a little bit thicker. I make my own chicken stock. As you can see, that was a little thick. So I like to cook mine down until it's pretty thick. But you can use broth, you can use stock, you know. Some people use those terms sort of like as an interchange, I guess you could say. Like broth and stock are the same things, but stock, to me, I don't know. That's just the way I've always done mine. I thought stock was like a little bit thicker and the broth was thinner and it's saltier. So I call mine stock. And when I make my chicken stock, I like to put in, you know, like an onion and stuff like that. It just gives it a little bit extra flavor. Alright, so now we're just going to let this simmer for like another minute or so. Then we're going to dump in our zoodles. I call them zoodles, zucchini noodles or zoodles. We're going to dump that in and just stir it all together until it gets nice and hot. And then you serve it. You can top it with some Parmesan cheese, and I highly, highly suggest, for the love of Mama Dixie, stay away from that stuff in the green can. I'm not naming names. Stay away from that stuff in the green can. I just don't like the way it tastes. Once you have had like real Parmesan that you have grated yourself, you really won't go back. So, you know, like look in the deli section. At least that's where my store has mine. Look in the deli section for the real stuff and just grate it yourself. Okay, that should be done. So now we have our, ooh, these are still hot. Just dump that in. I know some people are probably saying, well, you're going to cook the zoodles again anyway. Why didn't you just, like, not cook them a while ago? Well, because when you cook these, they let out a lot of water. And if you don't cook them first, and then you put them in here and stir it up and cook it a little bit with your shrimp, your sauce is going to be really, really too thin. And this sauce is thin enough as it is. It's not a thick sauce. It just adds a little bit of flavor. Now, if you put the zucchini in here before it's been cooked, all that excess water is going to come out, and then your flavoring is going to be off and all that. So, there it is. I'm going to put this stuff on a plate and garnish it up. And I will show you what that looks like. Alrighty, and there we go. Looks good, eh? So, I hope you enjoyed this. If you would, please give me a thumbs up, click subscribe. Check me out on other forms of social media, the links to all of which are in the description box down below. And I hope to see y'all next time. Bye-bye.